Last night I was grinding the LMG's gold and I was working on the Type 11, and unfortunately you can't get the Type 11 gold right now, so depending on the thumbnail of this video, if the Type 11 in the thumbnail isn't gold, the challenge hasn't been fixed yet, and if it's gold, the challenge has been fixed. But in the mind games category, it asks you to use a weighted stock, but there's no such thing as a weighted stock on the weapon, and you can notice that it says that I have a new stock attachment, but there's no new stock attachment I can use, so it's pretty much a gun that you can't get gold. Pins comment in the comment section if that ever gets fixed. And speaking of the atomic camel grind and grinding weapons gold, some of the hardest things to do in this game and the most tedious things to do in the camel grind isn't the actual challenges themselves, it's leveling up the weapons. And by the title of the video, you probably know we're going to be talking about how to get infinite double weapon XP. And there is a double weapon XP weekend going on right now, so you can level up your guns extremely fast. And tomorrow I'm uploading another video on weapon XP where you can get a weapon to max level or level 70 within just over or just under an hour, depending on how efficient you are. But there's a way to get infinite double weapon XP tokens for when there is no such thing as a double weapon XP weekend. But it's not just something I can explain on video. I have to go get something, so I'm going to bring you guys with me, and let's go for a ride.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour.
Thank you, brother Tech Nun. We made it to the grocery store.
All right, we're back from the store. As you can see, we got some Dorito bags with double weapon XP tokens. Basically, you buy these bags, and on the back of the bags, I've already maxed out my account with these codes, so I'll probably just have it typed on screen. But right here, you can see there's a code that you can redeem on MountainDewandDoritos.com. I think this promotion's currently active in Canada and the United States. Could be in Australia and England too, but from what I've heard of with my friend in England, there's no such thing as that, so they're kind of SOL there. Each bag gives you 2 hours of double weapon XP and 2 hours of double XP, like just standard XP. And on the website, you can redeem up to 40 hours of double weapon XP. And the strategy of getting weapons leveled up to level 70 within an hour means that you can get every single weapon max level using double weapon XP tokens in less than 40 hours, because I think there's only 32 weapons out of the 38 in game that actually need XP to be leveled up. And with double weapon XP, you can get these weapons leveled up in an hour, meaning you will still have, at the end of leveling up all your weapons, 8 hours of double weapon XP left over, on top of there already being double weapon XP weekends and the Warzone double weapon XP tokens that you haven't redeemed yet that are usable in Cold War. So with that being said, for all the base weapons in the game, you will have double weapon XP by doing what I'm about to explain throughout the entire grind. And you might say, oh, what about DLC weapons when those come out? Well, you still have 8 hours of double weapon XP tokens left over if you're only using the double weapon XP tokens for grinding as well. So if you're grinding the double weapon XP weekend right now and leveling up weapons, those weapons, you're not going to have to use those double weapon XP tokens for. So while leveling up weapons, you won't have to worry about not having double XP. And then for DLC weapons in the future, keep in mind, you're going to get a bunch of double weapon XP in general from the battle pass. And so the main part of this video that I wanted to talk about is, you know how I showed the code was on the outside of the bag? There is nothing stopping people from taking their phone, going to their local supermarket or gas station, taking a bunch of pictures of these codes before the bags are purchased, and they can redeem the codes. So it's this huge moral debate that we've been having in my Discord, which is linked in the description down below. Is it stealing if you're taking pictures of the codes, or is it justifiable for taking the codes? And there's nothing stopping people from going out with their cameras and taking pictures of these codes. This has been a thing that people have been doing for years, not only for Call of Duty, but for Halo and other games that have these double weapon XP events on bags of Doritos or bags of chips. I've known about this since Advanced Warfare. I did this when I was like 13 when that game came out. I went to the supermarket, took a bunch of pictures of the XP codes, redeemed the XP codes, and got myself the Advanced Warfare Mountain Dew and Doritos gear that you could get from that promotion in game. And it would be pretty hard to put the XP code anywhere else but outside of the chip bag, because the inside of the chip bag is that kind of like that tinfoily layer that keeps the chips fresher for longer. And there's also Mountain Dew with the codes. And for those that are going out and purchasing products and want guaranteed codes, you have to go buy Mountain Dew. I have Baja Blast here. It's pretty trash flavor, honestly. You know, it's not a trash flavor. Any flavor of Gamer Steps, use code WILD, 20% off through Black Friday. But going back to the Mountain Dew thing, the code's not on the outside of the bottle, so you can't just take pictures of the codes. The code is actually on the bottom side of the cap. You guys probably won't be able to see that in the video, but I'll put it up on screen if anyone wants to redeem that code as well. But the safest way to do this is to get the Mountain Dew because the code's secure and on the bottom of the cap, and no one can take a picture of that or see through the cap to take the code. So for those buying the products for the code specifically, if you are wanting to guarantee that you get the XP codes, the no-brainer thing to do is to buy the Mountain Dew. What happens if you buy a bag of Doritos for the 2 hours of XP that you want, but the code's already been redeemed? There's nothing stopping you from either A, buying more bags of Doritos, or B, going and taking pictures of them. It's a super weird ethical debate. Is it an ethical thing to take the pictures, or is it an ethical thing to buy it? It's very up in the air. For me personally, I'm on the fence. I can't decide if it's justifiable or if it's completely a wrong thing to do. It's a wrong thing to do in my brain because, hey, maybe someone worked really hard for their money. They want to buy some double XP tokens. They go and buy a bag of Doritos and, oh my God, that money I worked hard for and spent on Doritos that I could have been saving or using somewhere else, that code has been used. But then on the other hand, where it's kind of justifiable is think about all the bags of Doritos that have codes that won't get redeemed. You're going to have like a 50-year-old married couple buy a bag of Doritos for like a Super Bowl party or just watching sports or just to eat in the first place, and they're not going to think twice about that double XP token code. So that's going to go in the trash and that code will be lost forever. So it's this weird debate of, okay, well, how many codes aren't going to get used versus how many codes are going to get used? And with this being a thing that people have known about forever, there's nothing stopping anyone from taking pictures. So the safest route, if you're purchasing these for the codes, go the Mountain Dew route. If you just want free XP tokens, you could always take the pictures. No one's stopping you. The moral debate's really up to you at that point, whether you see it as a good thing or a bad thing. And nothing's going to stop people. And for those living in countries where this promotion event isn't taking place, what you can actually do is have people from a different country or one of the countries that have the promotions, so Canada and the US, get codes for you and send them to you. And we did this with my friend Josh, who lives in England. And from what he knows is there's no promotion like this in England for Mountain Dew and Doritos. So what he did is he went to mountaindewanddoritos.ca, made an account. When it asks you for your address and postal code, you literally just go into Google and search up Canadian address and postal code, and it'll give you like every Canadian address and postal code there is. So you just fill that out and kind of make a fake account, link your COD account, and you can redeem your codes infinitely, or I guess up until you have 40 hours. So even for those out of country, you can still redeem these codes and get infinite XP. You just have to find someone in country that has these XP codes that they can send you their way. But yeah, in turn, you can technically get infinite double weapon XP tokens. If you feel morally obligated to purchase the item before using the code, you can do so. And if you feel like taking a picture is the better route, you can do so. No one's stopping you. I just wanted to talk about this today because we've been having a huge debate about it in the Discord the past couple days. And basically my Discord has been just spammed with random codes. Like the general chat in there is just everyone dropping a bunch of codes. It's starting to die down because everyone's hitting that 40-hour cap, and that 40-hour cap is the only thing that's saving this from being like taken too out of control, because you have a 15-year-old kid who goes and takes a bunch of pictures, goes to redeem the codes, but only can redeem X amount of codes before the website stops him from doing it any further. So you can't just get 4 billion hours of double weapon XP tokens, and you can't just use every single code you see. So they're trying to limit the damages, I guess, as much as possible with that barrier and like cap on how much XP you can use. But yeah, that's the video for today. I hope this was interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if there is one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.